Good evening, and welcome to The Growing of the Dim, our Fear Itself actual play game of rural supernatural horror. Um, my name is Anita. I am your storyteller for this evening, and I think we're just going to get into our intros. So just tell us who you are and who you are playing this evening. My name is Anita, she, they pronouns, storyteller, and I'll pass it over to Max.
Hi, I'm Max. I use they, he pronouns, and I play Eli, who uses he, him pronouns. Hockey Himbo of the Year. Do I get to pass it now, or do
You
you
get,
pass
yeah,
it?
pass it.
I'm going to pass it to Vin, because Vin is also adjacent to me on my screen.
Hella. Howdy, y'all. I'm Vin Vox, he, they, and I'll be playing Tristan, they, them. And I'm staring right at Becca, so there you go.
I'm Becca, she, her. I'm going to be playing Rodney, he, him, the star of Romeo and Juliet. And then, of course, I will throw it over to B.
Hey, I'm B. I'll be playing. I use she, they pronouns. I'll be playing Ruby Landry. She uses she, her pronouns, and we're ready for it.
All right. Well, without further ado, it's Tuesday night. A few short days after your adventures from the previous weekend. But for you, Rodney, specifically, it is rehearsals night and drama club night. Despite the fact that most of you are grounded because of your exploits in town. Rodney, your one pass is drama club, and it's after school at this point in the evening. And I think I said Mr. Chris was the drama teacher.
Yeah. Yes.
Mr. Chris gathers you all around after you've just finished a good rehearsal, and it's about time for you all to head home. And Mr. Chris, kind of like a silver fox a little bit, goatee, sort of graying at the temples, and like a little bit of a brush cut there, says, all right, everybody, gather around. I really hate to spring this on you at the last minute, but the principal has informed me that we are doing an end-of-year production. Obviously, we're doing Romeo and Juliet as our end-of-year production, but he also wants us to do a showcase. So we figured that this might be a good... The principal tells me that this is a good opportunity for all of you to, I don't know, show off a little bit of your talents. Obviously, we'll be showing off a little bit of the Romeo and Juliet production as a bit of a teaser before we go into the full deal. But yeah, I'm going to be putting out assignments. In fact, I have just got them right here. I'm going to be putting them up on the board. So if y'all want to go have a look, see what you've got. Rodney, obviously, as you are the star of Romeo, as Romeo in Romeo and Juliet, it's on you to do the performance. I think we might do one of the acts. Haven't quite decided yet. The big finale is a little bit giving it away, obviously. But
of course.
Perhaps the you bite your thumb at me, sir. That sort of, I don't know. Might want to show off Mercutio a little bit. Anyhow, he walks over to a corkboard and pins up the assignments at the end. And everybody seems to get like a little snippet. Mostly Shakespeare. There's a couple of other plays. There's some of the kids that are better at singing have a few lines from Greece that they'll be acting out. One group got a old Lennon Schuster skit, like some classic Canadiana skits as well. but yeah, yours is obviously you're going to be in charge of um, Romeo and Juliet. Uh, in fact, I think at this point, Mr. Chris has decided that, uh, you know what? I'm just going to leave that in your capable hands. Whatever scene you feel speaks to you, gather the necessary people from your production, and we'll show it off.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I won't let you down. This what an honor. Want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and you're not gonna regret this. This is gonna be incredible.
You're right, I won't.
Okay.
It's a big production. Like, we're going to actually, if preview nights, like end of year, these sorts of things, usually we get most of the town showing up. So honestly,
yeah.
I know you're a star. You'll do great.
Thank you. Of course, yeah. I won't let you down.
And then at that point, the kids have gathered around the board and they're all like seeing which pieces they're at. Three girls wind up getting something from the Scottish play.
Of course.
There's like I said, there's a team that's doing some comedy skits. But like, that yours is obviously going to be like the showstopper at the end, like, because you have to definitely push the production that you're in.
Oh yeah.
And at that, after everybody seems to get their assignments, a couple of the people that some more of the kids in the class are like, hey, Rodney, we're gonna head out to the theater afterwards. Not like the creepy one in the woods, but like the movie theater.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're it's Tuesday night, so like 2D pictures. It's like $2. So do you wanna swing in with us?
What time of day is it? Like, when did drama club end?
It's in the evening. It's probably close to about 7 o'clock. So you know that a 2-hour movie would be pushing your curfew a little.
I mean, what movies are in right now? Like, what are we gonna go see?
Are you actually going to make me Google which movies were out in June 2006?
Depending on the film, I'll try
This would be...
If the film's right, I'll break curfew. If the film's wrong, I won't.
Well, let's see. There's The Lady in the Water just came out. I mean, if you like M. Night Shyamalan and like twists and that sort of thing. What else came out? An Inconvenient Truth is on the other screen. So, do you want to watch like a climate change documentary, or? I mean, there's also like the arcade games and whatever if you wanted to do that instead.
Who, like, these people that have like come up to me and invited me to movies, are they like
other drama club kids, so they think that you're pretty cool?
I mean, yeah, sure, I'll swing by for a bit. I'm always down for some popcorn.
Great. Yeah, we're just gonna head out right now. Do you need a ride, or are you?
I mean, if you're offering, I won't. It gives us more time to hang out, right? If we drive over.
And this is AJ. You know that she got one of the 3 witches for Macbeth. Just now. Yeah. Swing by the theater. Yeah. I'll give you a ride.
Cool. Awesome.
And yeah, so you all head to the movie theater. Is Tristan currently at the theater after school? Because I know they like to hang out with the arcade cabinets.
For the sake of the situation, of course. Yes.
Yeah. So you all, the movie's not that great. It's not that good of a movie, but it's a small town and it's something to do on a Tuesday night, and it cost you $2.
Yeah, so worth it.
But yeah, you're all mostly you're like throwing popcorn at each other and doing shitty kid things. Like there's a couple that have decided to start making out at the back of the theater,
Mhm.
like they do.
You know, I could have done this performance significantly better. Like if given the opportunity, I would have just destroyed it. Like kudos, I suppose, but like, you know, they really need to like go back and consider what acting is. You know?
And AJ, who's currently like having a chat with you, is like, I mean, yeah, I would have been in like the Romeo and Juliet production, but something stupid's going on with my credits. I decided to sign up for grade 12 drama, but they put me in the grade 11 class because,
What?
well, I mean, I didn't actually have the opportunity to take drama in grade 11 because, like, my mom wanted me in other things, but I really love acting. Like, ugh. But hey, you know what? I'll take being witch number one for this
I mean,
production.
the witches are probably like the most icon, like some of the most iconic Shakespeare characters. Like, yeah, everyone knows Romeo and Juliet, but like, it's Romeo and Juliet. That's the problem. Everyone knows it, you know? Like, it's great. It's Shakespeare. And I'm like, ooh, yes, I'm Romeo. But like,
Well, do you know the reason
of the
why they call
Shakespeare
it a Scottish play instead of like,
people die.
well,
People get fucked up.
that's sort of it, but not really. Like the actual story is that, and she'll actually go into like detail on this. Like the reason why it's considered a cursed play is because it was the play that you put on if your original production flopped, because everybody knew Macbeth. Yeah. So like that's the reason why it's got this reputation for being cursed, but it's not really cursed. Like even though last year someone said it during like the production of the Nutcracker and the set piece fell on a kid and like broke his arm.
That's
So
why you gotta go out and do the ritual. I don't know how many times I gotta tell these frosh about like how you go out, you like scream and curse and spin around in a circle 3 times. Like you gotta do the ritual, otherwise the theater gets you.
you're funny, Rodney.
Thank you. I have taken some improv classes. I'm thinking of starting an improv troupe once I head off to college. You know, find some friends that like improv, and you know.
Huh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking like maybe I'll try uh like theater, like not like play, but like actual like movie acting. I might go to Vancouver because of here they've got a couple productions that are starting up over there.
Oh yeah. What are they
Yeah.
doing down there?
I don't know. Like X-Files filmed there, I think, for a little bit. So did Quantum Leap. Or am I thinking of a different one? Yeah, a lot of like TV stuff's been producing down there. So I mean, might as well get in while it's good. Well, you can get
Oh
in.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
And like you continue this conversation on for a little bit. And uh, Tristan, you sort of start to like, you've been like playing uh, at the which arcade cabinet are you at? There is a broken pinball machine that's been broken for years. There is X-Men versus Street Fighter Alpha, and Time Crisis 2.
Oh my god. Probably the X-Men Street Fighter.
Good choice. So you're playing at this cabinet for a little bit, and then this like smell, like there's always like that like slightly burnt smell of popcorn, but it starts to get like a little bit more pungent and more acrid. And finally you start hearing like some yelling, uh, and you look over just in time to see that the popcorn machine has actually caught fire. And
Well,
one of
shit.
the people from behind the concession stand has grabbed a fire extinguisher and is like putting it out, and it's just like, are you kidding me? That never happens. Like, this thing is brand new, right? Yeah, we just got it in last week. Like, I don't see why it's gonna... Well, alright. That's weird. I guess there's no popcorn for the rest of the evening.
I mean, is anybody injured? It's just like the machine was on fire and now it's just
The machine
out.
just, brand new machine just seemed to catch fire.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, as long as somebody's hurt, he's not like gonna be concerned about it. So they're just going back to the
Yeah,
machine.
then it's just like there's a smell of like smoke out in the air. It wasn't enough to get the fire alarm or sprinkler system. It's an older building too,
Mhm.
so it wasn't enough to get the sprinkler system started, but it was enough to like alert some people. And yeah, just go back to playing your video game. And then Rodney, as you're having this conversation in the theater, some of the lights in the theater, like it's an older theater. The floors are perpetually sticky. There's always that smell of like stale milk duds and popcorn in the air. And some of the lights on the sconces on the side of the wall begin to flicker. And one of them pops. And AJ looks over. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, at first I was like, why are they trying to like, tell us that intermission's almost over and we should go back to our seats? It's a movie theater, please.
Pop.
But then like,
Pop, 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 pop. All the lights in the theater, like even the dim sort of low-lying lights,
Mhm.
they all pop and explode at the same time. And there's like sparks of electricity. What do you do?
should we get out of here? Like,
Yeah, I'm gonna go find one of the ushers. And AJ's gonna get up and run, and find someone.
are there like other people in here too that have
There's
noticed it?
there's other people that have definitely noticed it. Now, like a couple people screamed the first one that went off, and then after all of them went off, there's a couple other girls that just. There's a couple guys too that just started shrieking because that's kind of freaky when all the lights decide to pop at the same time and explode, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are in a darkened movie theater, and like the only light is from the doors that lead to the lobby.
Is the film still playing? Is like,
As a matter of fact, the film has just gone off of its spool.
is like kind of like looking like is there like a projector booth like you were mentioning this was an older theater, so like a booth area?
It's raised up and inside the wall behind you.
Mm-hmm. Does like kind of like stepping back, does it look like there's anyone like in there?
The projectionist is like tapping on. You can hear like the smack. Come on, what the hell? Like, why did? That's weird. Sorry. You can hear the person call down from above, and they just sorry. It sounds like my projector's on the fritz too, I guess. Hey, if you want to get a refund for your movie, just go to the front desk. Really? Frig, what the hell? Yeah, that's the situation that you find yourself in. Everybody sort of starts to get up and like filter out.
Mm-hmm. Like in like the process of filtering out, kind of like pass by kind of like where one of the like sconces exploded.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like glass shards on the ground or anything?
Yep, definite glass shards, and there is like a sparking of electricity that seems to be like threatening to catch some of the old wallpaper.
That's bad. I'm gonna pick up like just a scrap of like random glass and then kind of like hurry out.
And like the theater manager has come in and it's like, everybody, I just need you to get out. We're gonna turn off the breaker because obviously this is a fire hazard at this point. Like I need y'all to exit the theater at this juncture. And you all filter out into the night street, and it's about 7:45 at this point. Like, you didn't get very far into the movie. And
Do I, like, on my way out, do I see Tristan kind of, like, over in the arcade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of swing over. Yeah. What's up?
Oh, hey, Roger.
Richard. Rodney.
There. See, tip of my tongue. I almost had it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I totally don't know your name either. Anyway, some weird shit just happened.
Yeah, the popcorn thing caught fire, and why are people leaving?
Sorry, everybody. I'm gonna need y'all to exit the theater. I'm really sorry about this. We've got a couple, looks like, bulbs blew in the main theater. We gotta shut the whole place down.
That's why.
Great. He just lets go of the joysticks, like in surrender. It just stomps off.
Rodney kind of like.
You were getting like really close to like the final boss. You were so close. You've been at this for a little bit. You've dug some quarters into this machine. But yeah, you all filtered out into the street and to the cold night air. And Rodney, I need you to make. You have notice?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know.
Boy does not notice.
Well, you do notice this.
Okay.
And only you seem to see this, but there is a woman that seems out of place in the street with the rest of you.
Out of place, how so?
The clothes that she's wearing, they're not modern by any stretch of the imagination. And she's just staring at the theater before she turns around and begins to walk back down the street.
Which way is she heading?
Funny thing about that, she passes behind someone else that's in the crowd. You lose sight of her.
I just saw a ghost. I pull out my journal and write down the experiences that I'm feeling right now after having first sighted a ghost, and I'm like, okay, I need to save this for later. Tristan, hey! And I scamper.
What? You need a ride or something?
Yes, but did you? There was a woman over there. She was dressed kind of not vintagey, cool vintagey, but vintagey, I'm in an old film vintagey. Did you see her?
Long dark hair, kind of a white gown. And I think the thing that caught your eye the most is the fact that she wasn't wearing shoes.
No shoes?
Did you get glass or something in your eye on the way out? Did the fumes get up in your senses or some shit? Because I'm not following.
A ghost. I think I saw a ghost. And maybe she you know how sometimes they're when you leave a theater you have to leave a light on for the ghost. Maybe she got upsetty about the lights not, and maybe she's, I don't know, electrical stuff.
Let's just get you home. I have to remember we've encountered some fucked up shit not too long ago. So it is
die.
Yeah, we did. We did.
I flipped through my journal. I was like, look at this long list. That's everything I felt in that moment.
You just keep your diary with you at all times.
No, it's not a diary. It's so if I'm in a role where I've just seen someone that I know get murdered in front of me, then I can reflect back on it and like, you know, re-enter that like state of mind. It's acting. It's not like full method, but like sorta.
Tristan's walking through the truck.
Hey, wait up.
Ruby, what are you doing on a Tuesday night?
Ruby's been kind of sullen since all of that, so she's probably just skating around downtown, avoiding home, avoiding everyone.
And yeah, eventually you sort of come across the scene of everybody outside of the theater.
Tristan? Hey man, what's going on?
Lights, fire, and they point at Rodney. Ghost.
It was a ghost.
Hell?
I think I saw a ghost. I'm pretty sure I saw a ghost. I'm 100% certain I saw a ghost.
Okay. Did anybody else see the ghost? Vin? I mean, Tris.
No.
Okay. How you feeling, Rodney?
He has to check his diary.
It's fine. The first thing I felt was kind of like curious, and then I was excited, and then I was scared again because of all the like exploding things. And
Ruby's
like,
gonna
the
touch your
fire.
forehead with the back of her hand. Okay, you don't have a fever. Okay. Why is there fire? What happened?
I think the ghost set it on fire.
Okay. Cool.
It makes sense, right? Maybe it was. I mean, or there's just like there's a secret film happening in town. There's a secret film happening in town, and she was scouting for people that are interested in the arts.
Sure.
Ronnie books it off in the direction that she was like that I first saw her walking in.
Eli, what have you been up to this evening?
This is a school day. I probably had practice at the rink for a considerable amount of time, and then I would stop at the gas station to get some snacky food and go home, like leave with enough time to get home because he doesn't want to break curfew.
Yeah. You make it home okay. There seems to be like over by the arena, you see Lenny walking with like a fire extinguisher and like some of the lights in the back office just blew. Must be some sort of power surge going around town.
Do you want me to help you check the breakers? I just gotta call my mom, but I don't think she'd mind.
Nah, you can head on home. It's all. I should be able to handle it. Thanks though, Eli. You know, your mom kind of wants to make sure you get home before curfew.
God, this is a conspiracy. She has you involved?
Oh, well, listen, I run the arena. Hockey practice happens here. She called. She wanted to make sure that you didn't stay out too late. It is what it is. Sorry, kid. It's what happens when you find a weird heart in the middle of the gazebo. What the hell was that?
So, it was like Len, like if I tell you, are you gonna believe me?
No,
Or
probably
are you gonna
not.
call
Is
me
that
names?
like some kind of senior prank? Probably, hey?
No. I mean, if it was, I didn't hear about it. And I'd like to think I'm kind of hooked into things.
Maybe it was putting the juniors through through a frosh or something like that.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Juniors.
I know. They're so small. Why are they so small?
I don't know. know, they were really small the year that they came in. I don't know what the team is gonna do.
I mean, some of them are pretty quick though. Like, so you can't. You got good hands and you're quick on the ice. It's not that big of a deal. You don't necessarily have to be a big dude like to play, but I don't know. Definitely not going to be looking. Definitely not going to have some scouts coming around our neck of the woods anytime soon again. I mean, obviously, with you is the exception. Like,
I'm trying. I'm trying.
hey, they're on their way. Final game versus Mount Baker's coming up, so.
I am asking Diana because you sent us the calendar. When is that?
The final game is let me look at the calendar. The final game of the season is going to be on the 19th. It's a Monday night. Actually, you know what? It's going to be a Sunday night, the 18th.
It's less than 2 weeks from now. Honestly, he's thinking, he has trouble trying to articulate the emotion intelligently. Nervous, I guess.
I mean, you don't need to be nervous. You got good hands. You're quick on the ice. You can take out some of the bigger kids that come at you. You'll do fine.
Yeah, I don't want to disappoint everybody.
Listen,
especially with scouts coming all this way.
I know. Listen, I gotta go run the Zamboni across the surface a couple times. And maybe I'll get a quick skate in before I'm done, but have a good one.
Here, Len, and he goes into his gas station bag and hands him a random Snapple that he bought.
Ah, thanks.
All right.
Hydrate. And yeah.
You will head home after that.
And on your way home from the arena, kind of weird. You see a woman in a white dress walking barefoot.
Oh, hell no. I've seen Supernatural.
As you pass by her, and then when you look in your rearview mirror to double check that you saw what you think you saw, there's nothing.
I don't stop, but I definitely slow my car.
Make sure there's nobody in the back seat.
Yeah, and then I keep moving. I'll definitely actually, is there texting?
2006, it would be T9 from your mobile phone, but not everybody has a mobile phone.
At the next opportunity to talk to everybody about that, I will bring it up.
Rodney, you are chasing after a woman that disappeared.
Yes.
The only place that you think that she could have gone is down an alley that's beside the theater. It's an alley, ends in a dead end. There's a couple dumpsters. But at the end of the alley is a small, polished piece of ivory.
I'll pick it up. Is it like the ones we had before?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing kind of over there?
No, that's it. The theater was one of the Grand was one of the places that was marked, correct?
I believe so.
It could be left over from that. Could have just missed a piece.
Maybe. I'll pocket it.
Okay.
But I don't see the talent scout anywhere.
No.
The casting director.
The casting director? Nah, there's nothing like that.
Okay. I'll kind of like slowly kind of meander back to Tristan and Ruby, and I'll have a quick smoke as I do from the alley. Just as I meander back.
Hey, you okay?
Did you
Oh.
see her?
I'll hold up the piece of ivory.
May I?
You gonna lick it?
Yes. I'll look it over. Is it the same as the other ones? I'm assuming.
Funny story, there's a hole in this one.
Mhm. Well,
We had one before with the hole in it, right? That was the one I was using as a monocle.
yeah, we have a couple of them. Ruby's gonna pull out because we had all the bones. So Ruby's gonna pull out the cord that she's kind of strung them all on. The ones that had the holes on them, just the ones that had the holes on them, which are just the elk ivory.
So
Ruby.
only one of the pieces of elk ivory had a hole in it.
Oh,
And that's the one
Okay.
I left at the theater.
okay. So then it's just a bag. So then she opens a bag and has them all, and is going to compare.
Is this like better or worse than my emotion journal?
It's
Bone bag emotion journal?
great.
I mean, at least
Bad.
bones are cool. I don't know about
Emotions are cool.
You keep your journal. Nobody's gonna bother you about your journal. But how many do we have now? So I'm gonna put together the pieces of elk. And do they look like they have the same grooves? Do they look like maybe they're of the same?
It looks similar to the one that you had previously.
Clifford's dead, right?
Yep. Not Clifford, Clinton.
Clifford Clinton.
Clinton Harkness. And one of you happens to have his journal and files. And I will allow you to make the determination as to which one it is.
Are they in my backpack?
You know what? I'm gonna say that somehow Eli was the last person that you think had them.
Okay.
Just so that I have an excuse to get all of you together.
I think
Mhm.
didn't Eli have those? I think we need to look in the journal.
All right.
Like what time is it though? We got curfew soon.
It is. It was 7:45 by the time you exited the theater. It is getting close to 8. It's probably about 8 o'clock right now.
We have an hour?
I don't have a phone, but we could go look for him.
I mean, do we know where Eli lives? I would assume. It's a small town.
You all pulled up on
You
Eli.
guys were at my house
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
last episode.
Yeah. Tristan and Ruby both pulled up on Eli's house as Eli came back from his run for the day.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a small town. It's really easy to find out where somebody lives. You just look in the phone book, honestly.
Phone books.
Yeah. We're in that
Yes.
time.
We should
God.
probably stick together then, and you guys want to go over there?
Yeah.
See if we can find out.
Yeah, we can just drive over.
I mean, like, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah.
You all pull up on Eli's house, I think just as Eli gets home from practice.
Eli, hey,
He rolls his window down. Hey,
do you have the?
did y'all come from like the direction of the rink also?
We came from the movie theater.
Yeah.
I saw this lady on the road, and then she wasn't there, And I normally would like stop to see if she like fell into like the brush, but given what has just happened to us, I opted not to do that.
Where was that?
Did she have
maybe-
shoes on?
I don't
Hard to
I
tell.
don't remember.
No.
She was in a dress, just like a white dress. Like half a
this-
mile back that way.
Rodney, is that the same?
Yeah. That was
Shoot.
her. Yeah.
Wait, did you see her too?
Yeah. All like the
Mhm.
all the like lights of the theater exploded and like the popcorn machine caught on fire.
You went back to that theater? Wait, they have popcorn there?
Not that theater, the movie theater.
Oh.
If the theater got popcorn going, if we bring some like Jiffy Pop, we could probably like have a good like movie night.
Okay, wait.
Let me
Is
pull out
there-
the bone.
Oh, I found a button too.
Rodney found
Oh,
this.
the
The same
lights popped
spot.
in Lenny's office if we're just piling things up. Toothy smile.
Great. So we have a light popping ghost. Could have been worse things.
Okay. I think I want to go check out where you saw the ghost, Eli, because maybe there's another piece of ivory there.
I don't.
Well,
I don't want to die.
Smart.
We got really close to dying, and like
Real smart.
I haven't slept in like 3 days. I have a scout coming in less than 2 weeks, and I need to sleep, and I need to eat at the right times,
you do.
and I don't want to
Mhm.
die. If I die, I can't get scouted.
Okay. Well, then you
Nice.
stay here. I'm gonna I'll be right back. I'm just gonna skate down there and see what I can find. And I'll be right back. It's fine.
And he goes in his glove compartment and he has like a pocket knife. And he like hands it like out of the driver's seat of his car into like the passenger seat of Vin's car.
Fine. Actually, me and Ruby can check this out, and then you
Okay.
can take your emotional support nerd and just stay right here.
You don't like me.
Rodney is not my emotional support nerd.
You didn't even know my
Well, he
name
can
when I
be.
ran into you like 15 minutes ago.
I'm forgetful. Now get out of my car.
Okay.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Don't
Okay.
just stick together, okay?
We're gonna wait right here, or not here because I'm in my car, right over
'Cause-
there.
'cause
on
you
my
two said
porch for
we
you.
didn't. So okay. Does your mom
Okay.
have any of those good cookies? Because I'm really hungry.
She actually made them the other night, but I just went to the gas station and he like goes into the bag and he's like, if you want something, like you can have it. Like I got myself a sandwich for dinner, but if you want like some chips,
Are those
I got
Twizzlers?
chips. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Thanks. Let's go.
So you
Then
all
they go?
head to the position in which you saw the strange woman in white.
Well, towards where Eli said. We don't know.
Yeah.
You're driving.
We're just vibing in the
You're driving
in your
along
lawn.
the road, and you don't see anything. You stop to roughly the location that Eli said. You walk up and down the street. No ivory.
Nothing. Okay.
You think they got something like, I mean, if those two saw and we didn't, well, you just came up on it. I'm trying to make it.
Did
make
anybody
sense, and
else?
it's
Was
not
anybody
making
else
any
there,
sense.
Tris? Did anybody else see it in front of the theater? There were a bunch of you, right?
No, just Riley. Just
Okay.
I didn't believe it, but with everything else that happened, might as well.
Man, we did see a guy get ripped open with a giant hook. So at this point, I don't know what I do or don't believe. Okay. Do we? What? How early do you have to be home?
I mean, I got ish, so
Okay. Yeah, me
I'm
too.
just worried about you three.
All right. Let's go make sure those two haven't been spooked again, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Take it around, of course.
While that happened, what did the emotional support nerd and the emotional support jock get up to?
I truly don't plan on like leaving the porch until I get back. So Eli will invite Rodney to sit, but he will like stand guard like with his hockey stick, just like eyes forward.
I feel like I should be like lounging like a jaunty king, awaiting his subjects to meet me at my throne.
What does jaunty mean?
Like having a jaunt.
You can't use the word in the definition of the word. That
I
doesn't
didn't
help,
use
man.
I didn't use the word. I said jaunt, not jaunty. Different word. I don't know. What kind of feelings do you get when you say the word jaunt?
I don't know. It sounds like you're jumping.
Oh, I mean,
Like the word goes like he goes like this.
it's kind of like an emotional jump, a jaunt.
Jaunt is an emotional jump. He says it to himself a few times.
And as you're standing there, Eli, do you happen to have notice or no? Did we?
No.
You don't. Neither one of you do.
I was gonna
The
shift
two-
my skills
the two
around.
people
I did
that-
not have time.
The two people without notice noticed.
It makes sense though that we don't.
Yeah, I really I really probably wouldn't.
It's fine. It's fair. It's valid. But yeah, the two of you sit there on the porch, and eventually Tristan's truck pulls back up.
Surprise, we got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. No more ivory.
Did you guys see anything?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
And me and Eli have seen nothing falling upon this kingdom.
He looks
Oh my
over his
God.
shoulder at Rodney, like, cut that out.
No, we didn't see anything.
okay.
Well,
Well, do you guys want to come in?
sure.
I mean, how much
Um,
time y'all got left at curfew and shit?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I'm
you're
cool.
already home, so it's not an issue for you, at least.
Yeah, I get that now. Sorry, I'm used to having people here. Well, then I guess go home and we'll talk.
Eli,
all have the same lunch period.
your mom's on night shifts, right now?
Yeah, she's on night shifts.
I think at this point it's getting close to it's getting close enough to 9 o'clock that your mom actually begins to head out the door, ready for the overnight shift. All right. Hi.
Hey, Karina.
I'm
Hey.
home.
Yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah, you are home. Rodney. Your mom said you're supposed to be home by 9, right?
Yeah.
Do you want me to
I,
call her and let her know that you're here?
Would
That would
she
be
get mad at
awesome.
me?
I mean,
Yes, please.
Yeah, give me 1 second. And she heads in. Yeah, your mom knows that you're here. But she wants you home by like 9:30 at the latest if you're hanging out for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Totally. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Yeah, honey, don't really wait up. Sounds like we've got a lot of stuff tonight. It's gonna be a weird one.
Can you do me like a favor on
Yeah.
the way home?
What's up?
Like when you drive home, if you pass the community center, can you just like let me know if the electric is running? Len said that he was having a problem earlier.
Yeah, sure. I'll have a look.
I have to would have to move practice tomorrow if it still wasn't working.
Yeah, I'll check up. You know what, I can always just give Len a call at his place and we'll figure out what's going on. Yeah, no worries.
Is it weird to ask why it's going to be a weird night at the hospital?
You can ask.
Your mother also works there, right?
Yeah, but she's yeah.
I'm curious. What makes a weird night at the hospital that you can predict?
Well, no, I got a call that we've got a couple people coming in with, like, cuts and burns.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Was there a car accident or something?
No, some lights started blowing around town. I think there's some sort of electric surge happening down at the power plant.
That sucks.
Yeah. Especially for me. All right, everybody.
Good luck.
Talk to you
Hi,
later.
Mommy.
Hey, and my dad wanted to say thank you for being so awesome the other night. Bye.
Yeah, not a problem. Eli, don't stay up too late. I know you like to play video games to relax, but you look at those bags under your eyes. You need to sleep, kiddo.
Yeah, I'll try to go to bed a little bit earlier, Mom. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're fine. Just, you're a growing boy. You need your sleep. And, like, you know, the finals are coming up, so.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. She'll give you, like, a little pat on the cheek. Don't stay up too late. And she'll hop in her car and drive off to the hospital.
Mom's really great, Eli.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could tell her. Yeah, come in, everybody. Come on.
And as you all enter the house, Eli, describe your house for me.
So one of the things that I kind of envisioned for Karina as a character is that she's like one of those DIY moms. And so there's a lot of like really creative stuff that makes it very homey but also very functional. So like their kitchen counter has like a lazy Susan that you can rotate things on and so on and so forth. There aren't a lot of pictures, but in general it's very warm. It's warm colored. The couch has a lot of pillows. The pantry has a lot of food, and so on and so forth.
Nice. The house style is probably like common in this area. It's like a 50s style bungalow house. There's the porch that leads up into the house, and then there is a back door that leads out into a sort of deck. As you all walk into the house, you can see the small kitchen, and you can see the deck in the background, and standing on the deck is a woman in a white dress.
Like we all see this?
You all see this.
Is she facing us or a different direction?
She seems to be looking out towards the woods.
Eli ducks like behind the kitchen counter immediately.
Just standing there, staring out to the darkness. It's actually the sun's dipped down and it is starting to get.
Rodney.
Well,
Is that the lady you saw?
Yeah.
That's the lady I saw.
Yeah, that's her. Was she looking at you guys before, or was she facing away from you?
She was just walking.
She was walking.
Towards you or away from you?
Away.
Way.
Did you see her face?
Mm-mm.
While they're communicating, hey,
My house.
No response.
What are you doing in my house? I want
God,
waffle
waffle
fries.
right.
Ruby's gonna look at Tristan and kind of towards the door.
Wait,
Well-
wait.
He's walking.
Wait,
Yeah,
no,
Ruby's with
Tristan,
him.
Tristan. Fuck. We have a rifle. I gotta go get it.
Maybe she's just the casting director. Maybe she's just a casting director.
She's in my house.
She's not in your house. She is outside on the deck behind the
Maybe
glass,
she's
sliding
a
glass door on the
recruiter.
patio.
All right, you know what? No, hockey recruiters are never ladies.
You open
They
the door.
should be.
As you open the door, she vanishes, but not before you can actually see. Not only was she looking, the angle from which she was looking was not only looking at the forest, but you can see was actually looking at Firewalker Ridge, which is currently, at this time of year, illuminated orange as the sun sets.
Okay. Ruby reaches into her bag and pulls out a joint and just lights it.
Eli is going to take the box of like kosher salt. You know, it comes in that blue box, and he's going outside like around the railing of the deck with the salt.
Hey, Ruby, before you get too far, do you have that? Give me that elk piece with the,
Here.
the thing in it.
I can do the one.
And just to sate their curiosity, they're going to look through it. They're going to look at the ridge through the hole of the elk piece.
Oh, that's interesting. So as it's kind of strange, but for the first time you've noticed this, up on the top, very top of one of the ridges, like you can just barely make out a faint shape at the top of one of the ridges.
And they're going to pass it to Ruby to make sure they're not crazy.
What do you? Okay. Kind of.
You see a faint shape at the top of one of the ridges.
Hey, Eli, do you have any binoculars, man?
I could check the junk drawer. Everything is in the junk drawer. And he opens a drawer in his kitchen,
Yeah,
which is in fact filled with junk.
your mom has like a book of birds of the Canadian Rockies, and a small pair of binoculars in the junk drawer. She really wanted to get into birding like a little while ago, and then just forgot about it.
I will hand them over.
Yeah, on the top of one of the ridges, like it's kind of hard to make out, and like your hands shake, so it's very difficult to see. But on the top of one of the ridges, you can see it looks like a cross.
Tris, look, here, study on my back. And because these are
Okay.
they're little, you got to study.
Yeah, they adjust so they can see through the binoculars and the piece.
Yeah, and you see it's more steady. It looks like a cross, but it's very, very, very hard to see from this distance. Mountains are pretty close, but they're still a couple miles off.
What is it, guys? Is she up there?
Looks like a cross or something.
Like a
Yeah, we
like
got
a Jesus cross.
cross shit.
Definitely not my thing.
Or a KKK cross.
No.
Even worse.
Same thing.
Like, look at it. Can you see it? Look here. Check it out. I'll hand it to Eli.
No.
I will look.
Same thing.
Yeah, it looks pretty Catholic-y to me. Here, Rodney.
Maybe it's a lowercase t.
Why would it be
Probably.
a lowercase t?
I don't know.
Maybe there are other letters.
Oh, if you look at it from different angles, you can spell out like something. What do you think the mountain's trying to tell us?
I'm sure it's a
That was a
Hollywood sign.
horrible suggestion.
Rodney.
Mountain is being anti-Semitic. My house.
Yeah. What? So what? Why?
Tristan or Ruby, if you would like to spend a point or so into notice, I can allow you to see a
Yes.
little bit more detail.
Spent.
It's notice gang time.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm gonna spend 1 point to make that an 8.
Notice is one of the general skills, correct?
It's one of the investigative skills.
Okay, so investigative skills you
Yes.
actually don't have to roll your dice for. You just spend the points in it.
Ooh.
So it's like a
Oh,
depleted
okay.
resource. But the general skills is when you roll your d6 and then you can add to it. We
Gotcha,
discovered
gotcha.
that because we're all learning the system at the same time. So there we go.
Mhm.
It's not a cross. It is. So the sigils that you saw in the middle of town had like a very distinct line and then almost like 2 hooks off the side of them. It looks
Okay.
like it's almost that exact shape.
What?
It is
So we'll
painted. It is
narrate what we
painted
see.
stark white, and it stands out.
Hey, Eli, do you have the journal that we took from the Durgar? From the guy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Besides to
it's,
see you.
It's in my room. Upstairs. Upstairs. And he will excuse himself to go upstairs and get it and bring it back down.
As soon as you bring it back down, Ruby's gonna wait for it and then start to flip through it, looking for anything about ghosts.
As you look through the book, there's a couple mentions of a few different ghost stories of the area. One is of the Firewalker.
Firewalker ghost. Okay. That's Firewalker Ridge. Okay. And Ruby will just start reading out loud what she finds about the Firewalker ghost.
The Firewalker is the ghost of a young woman who was killed in fact, the only victim of the fire of 1911. That it's the reason why all the buildings downtown are brick and stone.
Clinton said that the fire was connected.
And
Right?
the mountains are also called the Firewalk, right?
Yeah, that's why your high school is Firewalker High or Firewalk High. There were a couple smaller fires that broke out in town, but usually every time she's cited, these things tend to happen.
Like the lights popping and all that.
And the popcorn machine catching on fire.
Things like that. Smaller incidences. Again, the town built up in order to prevent these things. The entire downtown is all brick and mortar shops in order to prevent this from happening again. The houses, not so much a concern, but of the town's 1,000 residences at the time, like 1,000 people were displaced from their homes in the fire of 1911. And somehow there was only one person that passed away.
What if she's like looking for her home again? And that's why she's like walking and looking everywhere.
Which building did she die in?
The building is roughly approximate to where the theater is, where the Grand is.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she's trying to tell us something.
Maybe we can ignore it.
There is a small notation.
It's true.
It says she likes the theater.
The
movie theater?
It just says she likes the theater.
Me too. The fuck.
You ain't special.
Are there any patterns in the book as to when she's appeared? Like, did he notice anything, Clinton, about like any experiences? Did he note that happened at the same time? Like, is there a connection why she's showing up now?
Do any of you have any points in history?
I do.
Okay. With a history spend, you would know that yeah, there is a pattern. It's roughly every 13 years. And the more that you flip through the book, you notice that there are different occurrences that occur roughly every 13 years.
So what happened last time?
Last time, there was a minor fire that broke out at one of the general stores. It was taken care of really quickly, and then, strangely enough, nothing again for another 13 or so years. It seemed to be some sort of electrical malfunction, is how the police wrote it off in the report, or how the fire department wrote it off in the report. One person did pass away, though.
Just one?
In the previous one, yeah, 13 years ago.
What about the one 13 years before that one? Did someone pass away?
One person.
Oh, God.
Somebody probably
is gonna die.
Well,
We need to stop a fire from happening.
I mean,
And that's too
what if
late.
it's already happened? I mean, my mom said that there were a lot of people already brought in.
You're right.
And she was in my house. Like, why was she in my house?
She was outside.
It's my property. I live here.
I mean, your house has a nice view of the Firewalker Ridge.
Thank you, but I don't really have a follow-up to that.
I'm gonna call my dad and let him know I'm hanging out at your house tonight, okay?
Sleepover.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Party.
really allowed to have sleepovers on school nights, but my mom won't be home for a while, so.
Oh.
Okay. I'm gonna call my dad.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Ruby Tuesday, what's up?
Hey, I'm over at Eli's tonight. He wanted to talk about some stuff. He's having some issues, and his mom said it was cool. Is that okay?
Did his mom say it was cool, or did you say that his mom said it was cool?
Both? She's at work. She said there's some stuff going on at the hospital, and
You can almost hear your dad facepalm over the phone.
Eli is gonna make like crying noises, like as if he is crying, kind of from like 6 to 7 feet away.
I'm gonna ask you do you ever impersonate?
No.
They're there.
But I'm not impersonating anyone. It's myself.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like some kind of bluff check that would make sense.
well, when he starts that, I'm gonna say Eli hasn't been sleeping since that whole thing happened the other night, and he's not really comfortable talking to anybody else. I don't know what to do, Dad. I don't want to leave him. He freaked out.
All right. Yeah, fine.
Sorry, he's embarrassed too. He's worried that if anybody finds out that he's not gonna get recruited.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I want you home by 11 if you can.
Deal.
Yeah, be home by
I
11.
will. But if he's still crying, I'll call you, okay? I don't know what else to do, Dad. He doesn't even have a dad.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I love you.
Call me at 11.
I will.
Yep. Love you, kid.
I love you.
Click.
I'm good.
Sounded a little choked up on the phone.
Maybe you should have been Romeo. Jeez.
That's true. You haven't slept. All of that's true, and that was you crying, right?
I mean, but you weaponized it, so congratulations. That was very manipulative.
Yeah, well, I love you too.
4 good calls. Yeah.
Why?
Of
Why?
course.
Yeah. Why haven't you like auditioned for anything?
Doesn't mean I like it, okay?
Okay.
I didn't say you did. I just said you were good at it. There's a difference.
All
Okay.
right, well, let's not
Ghosts.
waste these hours. What are we gonna do?
Rodney, you still have to go home.
Yeah. I mean, I could try calling Lisa, but I don't know how she's gonna feel about it.
Is she working tonight?
I don't know. I don't know what she does. It's
How do you
like
not know what your mom does?
it's drama club night.
You
I
don't
have
call
other
her by
things
her
on my
first
mind.
name
What's wrong
and
with
that's
not know what she's
horrible.
up to?
that?
That feels kind of backwards.
Why is it my responsibility to know what my
I'm not
mother
saying
is up
it is,
to?
but it's just. But at least
like you
that's
live
just
in the same
weird.
house as her.
I guess, yeah.
There's
but,
only
like,
one front door.
Yeah.
Christ.
I'm gonna call Lisa.
Your dad picks up the phone.
Boy.
Hello.
Hello, father.
Hey, Rodney, how are you doing?
Aren't you
Supposed to be home fairly shortly here?
yeah. Here, see, Dad. Here's the thing. I'm working on this new like art thing, and I'm just like really like struggling with it, and I'm like collaborating with like a few of like my schoolmates and friends, and we're just trying to like really just like bust it out tonight. So it's like, you know, it needs to be presented fairly soon. There's gonna be a new drama showcase, and we just want to make sure that all the sets and everything look perfect and beautiful. And I know how much you love and appreciate art, and like understand like the passion that flows through me, and like how much I want like it to shine. My star, father, my star, please.
Be home by 11.
Yes. I mean,
Listen, I'm
thank you.
not
You
I'm not one
understand-
to say no to art, because you should follow your art heart. And if it's something's calling to you, then you should follow
you.
that intuition. I trust your artistic instincts, kid.
Thank
Listen,
you.
you're chip off the old block that way.
You know it.
Like, and I just took this really great photo of Firewalker Ridge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks beautiful in this time of year, and I think I'm gonna try and paint it.
Oh yeah, that would be incredible. What size are you thinking?
I'm thinking like 18 by 20.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be really like beautiful. Like, are you planning on switching out like the one above the couch again?
Well, the one on the couch is like 40 by 50, so I mean,
Yeah.
you need
S-
like
sorry,
the bigger
right.
real estate ones. I'm thinking maybe it's gonna be like the one that's in the foyer.
Yeah, totally. Oh, wait, what? Yeah. Oh, Dad, sorry. Art process. You know, I should go get back to that, and you should go get back to your art process. Romeo.
Art, paintbrushes, theater.
Yeah.
shit.
All right. I'll see you at 11.
Yep.
All right.
On the dot.
Where are you right now? Whose house are you at?
I'm at Eli's house.
Okay, I'll star 69 it to get the number, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah. Okay. Bye, Dad. Love you. Bye.
I love you too, son. And you all hear that very loudly through the phone.
Okay, great. Bye. Dad. I hang up. I'm good until 11. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig's chill with it.
Call your dad Craig.
I don't call my dad Craig.
Well,
So what do we do? How are we gonna find this ghost?
What's the plan? What's the plan, team?
I think she keeps finding us, doesn't she?
What is
Yeah.
Okay.
A ghost.
I think it was a cat.
A cat ghost.
There we go.
I think we should try to, warning people seems pointless. So maybe we should try to appease her.
Yeah. You think we should kill somebody?
No. No, please, no.
I mean, it's an idea. Like, she's got people hospitalized but not dead, and apparently she killed somebody, and then we can just do it for her. I'm gonna get a piece. Looks on your faces. That's a bad idea.
The map out. Is there a pattern to the locations over the last 13 years where people have died? Or over the last, not 13 years, but every 13 years? Is there a pattern to those locations since we've been, like last time we looked at the map for a pattern, that kind of thing again?
This time, no.
No pattern.
No pattern, so far as you can tell. And there's it's not just the fires that happen every 13 years. There's other things that happen every 13 years. Ruby, you know one of the things that happened 13 years ago.
Oh. That's when my mom died.
Shit.
Disappearances, car accidents. Everything seems to happen in a cycle of 13.
Maybe we ought to just lock ourselves in here and cover ourselves in pillows.
Well, then what if the house burns down?
Anyway.
I'm gonna look
There
out the
you
front
go.
window. Is there anybody out there?
No, it's pretty quiet. Someone rides by on a bike, but nothing supernatural.
Ruby,
Yeah.
if you're not okay with this, that is completely fine. Maybe we should go to the tunnel. In terms of like looking for things.
Yeah.
I don't feel
actually,
too great about that one.
That's better than my idea, which was to go up to the ridge.
We can do both. Maybe ridge first. Since we did see that.
Is a bit of a hike. There are walking paths that'll take you up there, but it's like a good day's hike to get up to the top of Firewalker. It's one of those paths that like experienced hikers take. Easier if you have a horse, but there's no real like paths that you can traverse on road to get up there.
Yeah, let me just get my horse from out back real quick.
Hey, listen, some people in these areas have horses. I'm just saying.
That's what the ghost was actually staring at. It was just your horse in your
We
backyard.
steal a horse.
Well, no,
Surprise.
you would know if the ghost was staring at a horse because the ghost would have pointed and said, "Look, horses."
Oh yes, of course.
True.
Yeah.
Looking out, like kind of like the direction the ghost was looking, like what else is like it's forest kind of like through that way, but like before the mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there do we know any of that layout of that forest?
You know
Like,
the
what
layout
else
of
is
that
that
horse very well, Rodney.
Oh, is the theater over there?
Yeah. And I think that's probably as good a time as any to take our first break.
Oh boy.
Yay!
Okay.
So we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We are going to stretch, hydrate, do what we need to do, human things. We will be right back in 10 minutes.
See you
See you
soon.
Welcome back. Our teenagers have discovered a ghostly conspiracy happening in their town. At least part of it is a ghost. Who knows about the rest of it? But yeah, you have all discovered that she likes the theater, and there is I think also at this point, the realization that the piece of ivory is definitely the exact same one that you left on stage.
But we don't know
Anxiety.
that.
Yeah.
Rodney definitely was like, I left one with a hole in it on the stage.
You mean there aren't two?
No.
I mean, I feel like this is a multiple thing anyway. Like,
Does it like feel the same?
Yeah.
Does it feel like the same one? I'm asking Rod.
Oh, like on an emotional level?
Yeah.
I feel like I could like I feel like I have kind of like a bond to it. That's a weird way to put it. Like, do you think that she's like, I don't know, the patron of the theater? Like, and she likes all my gifts that I've been giving her?
You mean you gave her more stuff?
I've been to the theater a lot.
What other items have you given this spirit?
I've probably like a bunch of like relatively small odds and ends. Some props from some shows go mysteriously missing, and just like a bunch of other like small things, like maybe things to help build a set. Like I've probably snagged some tools out of the local hardware store and like gifted them to the theater.
I've figured it out.
Hmm.
She isn't here to kill people. She's here to see the showcase.
So I just have to do like a good performance for her.
And then none of us have to die.
Ooh.
That makes sense.
I might just kill you regardless. I think that's just a great idea right now.
You haven't even heard my like, you know, Pilgrim's Hands like speech.
And I
Like,
don't know
it's-
if I want to.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, don't do that. Make me feel bad. Shit.
So where should we head? What do you think, Rodney? Sounds like this is...
If she likes the theater and she like re-gifted, I get a thing from the theater back to me or to us. It says that's what she likes, and I don't think there were movie theaters in 1911.
So
Well.
we should go back to the movie theater then?
I wonder if it means here in the book that theater was where she was killed.
Like the Woods Theater?
Yeah.
Well, it said that like all like the reason all the buildings downtown are brick is because of this big fire.
Right.
So like, why would a fire in the woods have
Well,
done
maybe
that?
they didn't rebuild the theater after someone died there. Can I tell from the book, does it mean that theater or does it mean the theater
so
downtown?
the theater downtown, like it used to be a
okay.
different building, that burned down and it was replaced with that theater.
Gotcha. So it wasn't even a theater then.
It was a playhouse actually.
Oh,
So that-
Convenient.
unless she's at like this high school shitty black box theater, but I doubt that.
Black Box is new-ish.
Yeah.
It's not 13 years old, is it?
No. I don't think so. Should we just start walking towards the theater? Like our time's ticking. It's already like
We're not walking anywhere.
we have to go to the
Exactly.
theater. It's in the woods.
Oh,
that's the one.
Unless you
she
do
was-
have a horse out back.
but no, I don't actually have a a horse, though I wouldn't be opposed to that because I like horses.
Do you have any other flashlights, Eli? I've got
do
my
have
mag light.
more flashlights also in the drawer. But what about the hook killer that killed Clinton last time we were in the woods?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she gets what she wants. That's a joke. I don't want to die neither of y'all. Or shit die.
Maybe it's like been like a weekend and some change. Maybe like it's calmed down and we just don't talk to any more noises that we hear, and like keep an eye out for when things go like deadly silent.
I can.
And use the buddy system.
Also, you
All
said
right.
you had a rifle in the house?
Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna get the rifle. I know how to shoot it, but not a word of this to my mom.
Yeah, there's the key. It's actually, because it's Canada, gun laws are a little bit different, but yeah, your mom does have a hunting rifle. The lockbox that holds it is in a different place from the ammunition from the key.
Other countries.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds right.
other countries, other laws. But yeah, you know where all those things are. So you get the key, you get the ammunition, you get the rifle. But it's mostly just to make sure, like, if something goes wrong, you don't necessarily have a loaded weapon, like,
Yeah.
in easy access.
Yeah, then no, that makes complete sense from a logical person's standpoint.
Canada!
But all right. Flashlights, rifle.
And
Anything
yeah,
else?
when you were like about 14, you took the basic hunter's education course, so you know how to fire a gun.
With all the points I took in shooting, guy better know how to fire a gun. Anybody else want anything? Anybody want a hockey stick? But like one of my shitty ones?
I'll borrow a hockey stick.
Okay.
An old skate.
Absolutely not. I'd like to think that he's been skating in like the same boots since he stopped growing and they're like really decrepit and he just gets like new blades put on them.
New blades,
Like,
new laces.
buddy.
Yeah.
Boots are expensive. Like, I don't know how expensive hockey boots are, but like I got my figure skating boots for free because they were hand-me-downs, but if I would have bought them, they would have been like $1,000.
Yeah, that's about right for hockey skates, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're
It's not
ridiculously
in this
expensive.
economy.
And then you also have to pay for all your pads and like everything. Your hockey bag, which is in the back of your car, is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
But there's like an older pair of skates from when you were like little. Your mom's
Okay.
a sentimental type sometimes, and she doesn't like to throw these things out.
Aw.
So like, look at my baby's first pair of skates.
Baby's first pair of skates are a weapon now.
So...
Baby's first murder weapon.
Okay.
Honestly.
What are we doing, you guys?
I guess we're on our way.
Yeah,
Back
there's
into the
also like a
woods.
heavy duty flashlight in the same place where you got the skates. It's in like in the basement. Your mom does a lot of DIY stuff, so in the garage there's like a good heavy duty flashlight, and a couple things that you can use to
I'm
fashion
a person with a
Okay.
garage.
your garage people.
I don't have a garage in real life.
But yeah, you can head out to the
Right.
woods and the theater beyond if you like.
Just stick together, right?
So like
No, go ahead.
what's our plan if like something spooky does come across us? Is it to run or are we fighting for our lives?
We're running. I mean, I know how to shoot it, but I don't want to shoot it. It's loud.
Mhm.
And the gun is registered to my mom.
Right.
So, like,
Trouble.
absolute last resort.
I wish we could have found that one that Clinton dropped.
Maybe on the way
Anyway.
back.
Yeah. Okay. You doing okay, Eli?
I'm all right. Just everybody, just stay in line. Please don't talk to anything. Please don't talk to anything. All right, let's go.
And you all set forth into the woods, and this is the first time that you all have been to the woods, I think. Even you, Rodney, don't necessarily go to the woods after dark. And there's the omnipresent buzz of woodland creatures, crickets. I like how that's comforting.
So glad.
There's like a loud hoot of an owl off in the distance. There's the chittering of some kind of rodent. And it takes a little bit. I'm going to need some point spends in outdoor survival.
How many?
Eli's in
I'll
the
spend
lead.
one.
I'll
Yeah.
spend one. Yeah.
Is that enough to 2?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
That's enough. Rodney's also like, you know better than anyone where the theater is.
Mm-hmm.
So between the two of you, you managed to make your way to the outdoor amphitheater. It seems empty, but there's still that chittering of woodland creatures that's, at this point, a comfort to you. But it's empty. Doesn't seem to be anyone around. What do you do?
We've made it all the way to the theater.
Mm-hmm. It's only like a 20-minute walk from the edge of the woods to the theater.
Okay.
It's just a little hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for.
Hey, Rod.
Hmm.
You don't have a ticket to your show, do you? Or like
something of my show?
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
it has been part of your obligations as Romeo to go around door to door and sell people tickets to the Romeo and Juliet end of year.
Not even
play.
that, but like Mr. Chris didn't ask us to, but I did make posters, and like he'll like kind of like reach into his like pocket and like pull out this like poster of like him in like his Romeo outfit posing dramatically with like the Juliet actress like kind of there like and like bad shit.
Yeah, those posters.
It's like really grainy black and white photocopier because you couldn't get it. Didn't have access. You had access to like a color printer, but then you ran out of ink, and then you had to take it to like the school's office.
They caught me in the teacher's lounge, and I got in trouble a little bit. So they sent me back to the library. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go to the stage.
And you put down the poster.
I'll put down the poster and a ticket.
And put down the poster. You put down the ticket. And stepping off from what seems like stage left is a woman in a white dress.
Does she do anything?
She just looks at you.
I do like a dramatic, like theatrical, like curtain, like call bow.
She just looks
Do
at
we
you.
all see her?
You all see her at this point.
Okay.
Rodney,
Yeah.
what does she want?
I don't. Oh. Wait. Shit. Wait. Wait. But soft. But soft what light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet. I gesture to her. Is the sun. I just start reciting, like at her.
And she just tilts her head quizzically at you. And walks up and puts her hand out. Put your hand in her hand.
Yeah.
And there's this flash to you, Rodney, of this memory of the one time where you found this theater. And there was this burning, this intense heat. And you don't remember exactly what happened, but you remember waking up with burns on your hands and scrapes on your hands. And you know at this point, something bad happened. And it's still somewhat blocked off at the part of your mind, but as she holds your hand, there is this sense of comfort and warmth. Almost like in that time she protected you.
How long ago would you say that I first found the theater?
It was probably, I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know. Probably like 8 years ago, maybe.
You were fairly young.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you don't remember quite exactly what happened, but there was this intense heat and then this warmth. And you did wake up with burns, but the burns didn't hurt. The scratches didn't hurt. And when you went home to your mom, she figured that you scraped. It was just scraped yourself falling down. It's like friction burns. And then you get more flashes. You see the town as it was in 1911 with the Playhouse, and you know she was an actress there. But further before that, there's memories of times when the forest would be burned and then regrow. And you know right now that this spirit is older than the land itself. And she keeps it safe. Anyone that respects her, she keeps safe. But then you see the town build up, and the town turned to stone after the fire. And a danger creeps into your heart. And you know that there is something dark, something sinister. Like something has been weaponized by the people of the town to keep it safe. And you all notice not any real time has passed, but in the woods around you, you can see the faint bioluminescent glow of fireflies as they all spring into life.
Guys,
And you all know that fireflies don't exist in this area. Ruby, you in particular remember the story your mom would tell you when you were a kid. When she was little, is one of those old families, they've been around here for forever. When her mom was little, there were fireflies. But as the town grew and as the town encroached upon the wilderness, They died off. Train lines came through, poisoned where they lived. Eventually, you wouldn't find them anywhere. But somehow, all around you are the glowing orbs of thousands of fireflies. And then the forest goes quiet. What do you do?
Tristan?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should just wrap this up and
We should probably leave.
sounds like a great idea.
Does Rodney look all right?
Rodney is just standing in center stage holding this person's hand.
What if we applaud them at the end of a performance?
And I think at that moment, she lets go. And you notice now, Rodney, that the forest has fallen silent, and she looks around. But you know in this moment that she will keep you safe if you're here.
If I'm here or if we're here.
What about the rest of us?
If any of you are within her presence, she will do her best to keep you safe. What about us?
What about us?
Yeah. Tell us.
She will keep all of you safe in the theater.
Guys, it's okay. It's the theater. Theater's a safe space.
I think I want to walk down toward the center. So I'm going to look at Tristan. Should we get a little less spread out? I don't know.
I mean, come on. Where is Eli?
Yeah.
If you guys are gonna get closer to the stage, I also will come closer to the center.
All right, cool.
And she looks out at all of you. This sense of
Real
sadness. And Rodney, you know in that moment that the fire always asks for a tribute. And that there's not really that much that you can do to stop it. But there's this small flittering sense of hope. And you see all the fireflies as they surround the area as the forest has fallen silent. She points out, and they part and make a path. And she looks at you, and you know she's telling you that it's time to go. She'll keep you safe.
All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll give a very curt bow to my scene partner, and
She'll give you a little
exit.
pat on the cheek. And you have a vision of the book.
Just of the cover, like.
Yeah.
Oh. I'll exit stage left and make my way out, assuming my friends are following me.
Before
Acquaintances.
Before Eli leaves, he will take out of his wallet. It's like a very squished friendship bracelet one of his friends gave it to him in his old town when he was in summer camp as a kid, and he keeps it in his wallet, and he will leave it on like the chair close to the stage, and he will leave behind Rodney.
He smiles at you, walks over and picks up the friendship bracelet. There is a path made of fireflies that leads you out of the woods. And as you finally cross the threshold, there is always that tense silence, and you can hear the crunching of leaves and branches behind you. And the sound of what sounds like a dog trying to speak. Oh.
Running.
As you exit the threshold of the forest, the sounds of the night come back. And you all could take a moment to do a deep sigh of relief.
Fuck.
Bro, I heard it that time. I thought you were kind of nuts last time, but I heard it. I heard it that time.
Oh, jeez Louise.
Okay. I'm gonna whip out as soon as we get like out of the trees. Ruby's gonna pull out the book. All right, what are we missing?
Wait,
And
can,
like
we,
lay it
can
out.
we can we get in the car first?
Get into your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. What time is it?
11:30.
Fuck.
I gotta go, you guys.
I will drop you all off at home. It's not
Okay.
like my mom is gonna know I was late.
I gotta call my dad first. I can use your phone.
Okay.
I'm
Didn't even
gonna
call my
get
dad.
murdered.
Ruby Tuesday.
We're on our way now, Dad. Sorry, lost track of time.
You're helping out a
Eli's
friend.
driving me home now.
You're helping out a friend?
I am, and he's driving me home. I
Okay.
think he's-
I am in the driver's seat, sir.
Okay, drive safe. Rodney, you get home. Your dad is up late working on a painting of the ridge.
I really like the color choices that you've done here.
Mm.
It like really like brings out like the like vibrancies of it.
And you took some artistic liberties with my curfew.
That's what artists do.
You can see
Yeah.
him painting the small white speck on the top of the ridge.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
There's a reason why your curfew is 9 o'clock. And I suppose it's my fault for giving you an inch and not expecting you to take a mile.
Yes, sir.
Get some sleep. It's school night.
Yes, sir. Oh.
He finishes painting the little icon on the top of the bridge.
No. Go to my room. Go to bed.
You all awaken the next morning. And it is a school day. And for the
I
next...
would like to
Nope,
note
go
that
ahead.
Eli slept because he feels like weirdly protected by that lady who took his bracelet.
Yeah, for the first time in a while, your dreams are not haunted by the thing that you saw at the end of the alley when you were a kid. Instead, there's a sense of warmth and peace. An odd, weird comfort. Ruby, you head home.
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock is your curfew.
Right.
Tristan, you did not call your dad.
Yeah, I didn't.
Uh,
Smart move on my part. But I'm angsty, so it's cool.
This is all my fault for trying to tell you to, keep your youth. But next time you're gonna be out late, I need you to call me. I told you that last time.
Yeah, okay, but to be fair, I wasn't like fucking around in the woods or what nothing. I was at a place with people.
How come there's pine cones in your hair?
That's irrelevant. We had like an art thing, and we were doing like Shakespeare shit, and that's just part of the bit. I promise. Like I know I do a lot of shit, but I promise.
9 o'clock's a curfew.
Fuck. I mean,
language.
Can we do like a baseball thing and like make it 3 strikes? I should technically be at 2.
Strike 1. You got caught by the police outside. Strike 2. You were out late in the woods. Strike 3.
But we didn't initiate it until now. Like, I wasn't in the woods. Promise. Please, if we can make it 2, can I talk you down to 2? I'm just going to say that we're going to
do this more like football and there's a flag on the play.
I don't get football. This is the best analogy I got. Football's dumb, and hockey and sports are just stupid in general. That is just my opinion.
That's fair. Listen. I've blown the whistle on the play. We're gonna have to. I don't know. Sports metaphors are weird.
I don't even know why I tried to pull
my foot down. I know I don't often put my foot down, but I'm putting my foot down.
Fine.
Love you, son. Get some sleep. It's a school night.
Yeah.
And you all go to bed in your respective rooms with a new 9 p.m. curfew.
Before Ruby goes to bed, she goes over to the calendar and she ticks off one more day till her birthday. Like,
getting close.
And she taps the 15th and then she goes up to bed.
Yeah, you all get a weirdly comfortable sleep despite the things that you've encountered in the woods. And you wake up, you go to school the next day. And strangely enough, there's no word of fires, no word of deaths in the area. Nothing, really. And then the next day passes, and again, nothing. No new fires, no new deaths. No, Eli?
If the next day before she leaves for work, can I ask my mother for like a synopsis of how that shift was that she initially thought was going to be rough?
Some scrapes, bruises, a couple of like burns, but it's fine. Actually, weirdly. Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just worried about you.
Lenny called. He says that he managed to reset the breakers, change all the light bulbs in his office. So, the arena is free for practice.
Okay, good, because, like, I did not make any arrangements to move that, and I really didn't want to either.
No, you look like you slept better last night, too.
Yeah, I just, I read a little bit, and it helped me sleep.
You know, there's also these white noise tapes. But they're silly, but I mean, they help me sleep sometimes when I've had a bad shift.
I'll try it. If you think it's good.
Yeah, try even putting like a fan on. I know sometimes like it gets a little quiet, and then sometimes the coyotes act up, and that always spooks me a little bit. But
Yeah.
all right, have a good day at school.
Thank you. I will.
Um, Rodney, you said that you were going to catch up with AJ.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Um, AJ's just sort of chilling with the other two witches, and they've been running their lines when you approach her.
Hey.
Hey, Rodney, how's it going?
It's all right. I just wanted to say sorry for like completely like bouncing from the theater.
It is what it is. A little bit weird.
Yeah, that's that's me. Um, yeah. So I'm really sorry. Just
Let's see.
weird shit.
Rodney, do you have I don't know. Let's say do you have bullshit detector or any of the skills like that?
I have impersonate. That's about it though.
Okay. With impersonate, I'm going to say that the other two witches seem to be acting like very strangely.
Mm-hmm. Just
both,
like in general, or
just in general. Like normally, AJ doesn't hang out with these two. Callie and Sarah are the other two witches. Normally, I guess maybe it's just because they're in the production together, but the other two witches seem to just be staring at you. AJ seems friendly enough.
Yeah. Hey, Callie. Hey, Sarah. How's it going?
And in unison, they say, "Good."
Great. Cool. How are lines going?
Good.
Just kidding.
And AJ just
turn
goes,
back to
"Listen, I'm the first witch. I have most of the lines anyways, and I'm just trying to help them remember theirs because, sometimes I hyperfocus and I get all of the lines for the production memorized.
Yeah. I get that.
That's why I'm really bummed I didn't make it into Juliet, but whatever. All three of them say whatever at the same time.
Well, I mean, if the theater gets all its like lights and projector and shit fixed, maybe we can like next Tuesday after the showcase and everything, like pop over there and try to catch another film before it all fucks up 45 minutes in.
All three of them say sounds good.
Yeah, so I don't want to keep you from your rehearsal anymore, so I'll catch you all later.
See ya. All together.
I walk away. I like do a quick turn and go like and walk away.
Oh god. Have I gone too far? Who knows?
Oh god.
Yeah, that and no a couple small fires here and there, but no one really gets hurt. And then eventually the night of the showcase rolls around. What do you all do? It's several days until then. What do you all do?
Have I been able to convince my dad to lower the curfew yet? It's Friday.
It's a week before your curfew gets lifted.
Fuck. Tried. Even on the weekends?
On the weekends, it's 9.
Oh.
Home by 9.
Brutal. All right. Okay. Jeez Louise.
One of you has a book, and one of you had a vision about the book.
Yeah, I'll try to like hit up Ruby sometime to be like, hey, you still got the book, I assume?
Yeah, Ruby's been reading it every night.
Yeah.
Staying up super late since, we're home at 9 reading. So yeah. Yeah, what are you thinking?
I don't like the 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 theater ghost lady.
Mhm.
Like I had some visions and stuff that I didn't really talk about because that you guys didn't believe me about the ghost in the first place, so I didn't think you would believe me about that. But she flashed me an image of the book, and I just wanted to like see if something like jumped out at me. Just kind of
Sure.
like skimming. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm over explaining.
No, you're fine. I didn't say I didn't believe you though. I just wanted to make sure you were feeling okay. Things were weird. If you say you saw it though, I believe you. So
thank you.
And I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks.
That's valid.
There. Open it up, and here's the page on your friend.
The page flips past that.
Oh, okay.
Almost like it's the page that's opened the most in the book. And you see that sigil that you've seen painted around town.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's up on the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange because you never quite figured out exactly what that was supposed to do. Like, whatever purpose you thought it was supposed to have kind of died with Clinton. But in this moment, you have this sense of hope, weirdly, with this symbol.
Does it like say anything about like what else is on this page, or is it just like a big PNG of the symbol?
It's just it's a scrolling of the symbol, and then it has the requisite components, the bones, the ivory piece at the apex of it. Then you flip the page, and then there's the anatomical picture of the heart of the elk that you had found in the center of the gazebo the day before.
Does it say why elk?
Ruby, make me spend a point of notice.
You got it.
You can see that the scrawling where the circle is was very heavily done. And you can almost you turn the page just so, and you can see what looks like another piece of paper was placed over top of it, and someone with a heavy pencil had written something into there. So there's that indentation in the paper, as though something was also written there previously, or written on a page over top of it.
I'm gonna reach into my backpack and pull out a piece of paper. Does anybody have a pencil?
Yes.
Rodney, your pencil. Okay, so then I'll take the pencil and try to do with the paper. Try to do a rubbing from whatever side will make it seem to work.
Or protection.
Yeah.
And purification.
I wonder if we need to finish it.
We'd get in so much shit if they caught us with another heart.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Going back when my dad was painting, did he fully paint the symbol?
It was a white speck on the top of the ridge.
Okay, not like the full symbol.
No.
Okay, cool.
But he used a photograph for reference, right?
So, we could. It's 2000s. It's probably film. Is it like a film photo?
It's a film photo, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's so many steps to enlarge one of those.
Enhance.
If only we had some way
Yeah.
better to do that.
I mean, Photoshop does exist. It's just scanning it into the computer and like trying to. You can only get so much out of a piece of film.
Yeah.
There is a dark room in the school.
We could try to.
Mm.
We could try to do that, but then what would it show us aside from what we already saw?
Probably nothing more.
And I'll give you this. I'll give you this for free. Everything happens in cycles of 13, but there's no reference to this specific ritual happening 13 years ago in the book.
So it's new. Wonder where he found it.
I mean, is it like all these like police files and things? Like, are they only from the past, like from like 13 years ago, like when that happened?
There
Or
are
is it
police
like-
files that look like they have been acquired through dubious means
Great.
over the past 50 years or so. 50 or 60 years.
And are they in the patterns of the 13 as well?
What are they all? Is it all like deaths or
Deaths,
missing
missing
persons?
disappearances, strange occurrences, vandalisms, that sort of thing. But there's no mention of this specific thing that you have all encountered. These weird ritual circles.
I wonder if we need to go back to Clinton's cabin.
Maybe. Like this book's kind
Oh,
of like a
boy.
handwritten journal, right?
It's a handwritten. There is a folder with police files, and then there's a
Yeah.
handwritten journal.
Like
And you had a vision specifically of the cover. And that kind of
Just the-
clicks in your head that you had a picture of the cover. And
Mm.
it's like a thick leather wraparound book.
Mhm.
But there's facing pages that have been glued into place.
Can I I'm gonna try to like peel some of those.
I've got my pocket knife. I'll whip it out to try to help you to like peel them so they don't rip.
Yeah.
And as you peel them off, you find the words for protection and purification. This might be able to put a stop to all of the madness that has been happening. Trust no one in authority. They only cover it up.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah, I knew that one already. Don't trust authority? Got it.
And on the back side, the symbol itself protects. The heart isn't necessary, it's mostly for flourish.
The taste of the
You have a feeling
dramatic.
like Clinton was also had like a little bit of a flair for the dramatic.
Good.
Does it indicate why, like, the locations? Was he just trying to make a big symbol with all the little symbols, kind of to?
Eli,
Well,
I see your hand is up next.
Yeah, I've realized I've been using that to communicate, and I hope that is okay.
No, you're good.
Here is the thought that has now worried me. If the symbol protects, then it was put on all those places around town for a reason, and they painted over all of them.
Yep. He would have known they would do that, though.
He couldn't have known everything. Just a dude.
Well, he knows people aren't going to leave vandalism and bones in an alley.
Actually, he wasn't just a dude. I'm not forgetting that he werewolfed out on
He
me.
was.
It wasn't. You also know that in the cabin there were furs.
And he's a retired cop, right? So
Yeah.
A retired disgraced cop who got killed
Something
by
like that.
something in the woods.
Cop is a cop is a cop.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
but he might have.
But like everywhere that was marked, was it like technically kind of like a place of authority? Like there was the newspaper, which the news. And then I mean, some of them don't make sense, I guess. They're just like the big important places in town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he said all that stuff about like older folks in the town like knowing stuff that they aren't sharing. I don't know. Maybe they are trying to protect themselves from something bigger.
Ruby?
Like that thing that talks.
Yeah.
Or Tristan,
Mm-hmm.
you would know that on certain locations, certain symbols were reversed. Not necessarily to protect, but to invite something in.
Well, which ones were those?
City Hall, the Observer, the Civic Center, and theater. The Grand Theater.
So it was a sabotage, or
I wonder if he's trying to purify those who are involved, like
Fuck
those
them over.
4 locations. What's the pattern of who works there?
Protect the town. Destroy the ones that harm it. Because the larger symbol that is created from all of them is the correct symbol. But on the specific locations, it seems to be a reversal.
Eli looks like kind of sad all of a sudden. And he's like, someone's trying to kill Len?
Somebody else there.
Yeah,
There's the owner of the Civic Center. Len's just the caretaker.
that doesn't mean he can't get hurt in the process. Who owns the Civic Center?
Local businessman, Chet Hastings.
Sounds like the name of an asshole.
I wonder
Yeah.
what they have to gain or if they're hiding something.
Well, from the sites that I got from my lovely Juliet in the woods, it seemed like the town was like weaponizing something, like against all the, I mean, because like I don't know, it just,
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think a bad thing,
Yeah.
because like all
Doesn't
those
sound too
fireflies
great.
were a good thing, right?
Yeah, they came back to protect us, but they don't like being here anymore because it's bad.
Forest spirits.
The Fireflies
You know,
showed
I
up
didn't
the
really think
minute
living
that
here was too bad
this forest
until
went
like last
quiet.
week. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And Tristan,
So-
you'll remember that you could see the fireflies on the edge of the forest when the forest went quiet at the cabin.
Maybe they're fighting whatever makes the forest quiet and the fireflies.
See, I kind of thought they were like related in a bad way, like Firefly Silent. They're also not good. So
Yeah. I wonder if by stopping whatever was harming the town, they stopped whatever was also protecting the town.
Your
mean,
eyes are
it
drawn
makes
to the
us-
words in the book that say the dim. What is the dim? How to stop the growing of the dim. That's the name of the show.
Name drop
Hmm.
moment.
Yeah, I did that last episode too.
I feel like I need to go leave a
Wait, if it's
present
the
for your
dim,
lady.
then the fireflies have to be helpful because they literally light up. Duh.
Yeah.
I wonder if
fire is light.
Fire is light.
What a dumb sentence. Oh my god. Oh god.
No, it was good. No.
that was
Yeah.
good. Like
Well,
I didn't even.
like the Firewalker Ridge, like light, because it has the symbol on it too.
I think we need to go up there this weekend.
Like a hike. Ugh. Okay.
you can do it.
I could
Oh.
try to rent out a moped. I'm 18.
And what, you just get a little sidecar for it that we all pile in,
So Friday
and
is
someone gets
the
to like wrap their arms.
night of the production, and then after that, your weekends are free.
So Saturday, then we should get up to the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
We should go to that thing,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and maybe the view from there is like the answer.
I mean,
That's
I'm sure it's
actually-
pretty too.
My mom will be happy that I'm hiking. It's like good for your stamina to like breathe in the air up there.
Okay.
As long as like we do an activity that like, you know, early in the morning ish,
Yeah. No
and
shit.
like not.
I will see about renting the mopeds tomorrow.
We could
And-
just hike.
no.
Yeah, like legs, their thing.
That'll take a whole day just to get up there.
How far can your truck get, Tris?
Good question. How far can we make it with the truck?
Truck can make it about halfway before the road gets too treacherous and you have to turn around. You got 4-wheel drive on that thing.
Like,
that.
I mean, it's also like the Firewalker Ridge. Is it like, are there any like laws against like going up there, or like things that we have to keep track of? Like, you know, we can't like break anything.
So there is a logging road that goes up there.
Mhm.
It's decently traveled.
Mhm.
It's like I said, it's a little bit treacherous, but with a truck with 4-wheel drive, it's pretty easy to get up there.
But is it like
you'd get about halfway?
protected?
It's not.
Is it like-
It's not in a national park or anything.
Okay, so it's not like a protected landmark or anything. Okay,
No.
Cool, cool,
People
cool.
hike up there on the weekends all the time.
Great.
Other
Odd.
people, that's good. That makes me happy.
So it's Friday now?
It is Friday. It is the night of the showcase.
Okay. Well, let's go at least let Tristan and Eli know kind of what you figured out.
I assume we've
And-
all been sitting here talking.
Yeah, I think you've all been
That we
like,
Oh,
started,
okay.
and then
That's
we
way
started,
better.
and then we just found them, and we're like, we're continuing this
cool.
conversation.
For the sake of expediency, I'd say that the 4 of you are like in the lunchroom talking in like hushed tones
Oh yeah.
over like a poutine.
The creepiest book
from
ever.
the school's cafeteria.
Gravy.
Well, Rod, you want me to come to your thing? I don't have practice today. It's Friday.
I mean, yeah, you guys can come, you can come if you want a sneak preview of Romeo and Juliet
Don't
opening
push me,
this
man.
Monday.
I'm just trying to be supportive.
Yeah,
I-
if you want, it's gonna be like a bunch of it's theater shit. it's gonna be like a few hours of theater shit, so I would get it if you didn't want to come.
I think I'd like to walk to the theater in the woods and just leave a little something. I've been thinking about it and I haven't wanted to go alone.
Yeah.
All
So.
right.
I brought something for you too, Triss.
Really?
Shouldn't it be like authentic though?
Well, he
Sorry,
left it
not
in
to
my
be that
house.
guy. Oh.
I mean, I steal a lot of shit for her.
Cute.
Like what?
Yeah, like random shit. I mean, like props, tools, like things like knickknacks that are like pretty and like I think would make like a good like prop or something. I just like bring her things.
You know what I'm still thinking about? She usually like takes the stuff that you give her, right?
I just leave it there.
Or it goes away though, right?
Yeah.
So why did she return the elk ivory?
Maybe till like I don't know. I should have given it back to her. Maybe it's
I
good
wonder
luck
if
now.
she thinks we need it.
That's what I think.
You're right.
Like, maybe you are supposed to look through it like that.
Like my monocle?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Like the penguin in Batman?
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
It's a cat.
For sake of expediency, yeah, you definitely make it up to the theater.
Okay.
You drop off little offerings. Do you
Yeah.
leave the piece of ivory?
I think she wants us to have it, Rodney.
Yeah.
Well, I'll like dig into my pocket and pull out like an old like bracelet that Lisa bought that she said she was gonna wear and then like never actually wore, and then it just kind of like sat around for a while, and I'll just like leave that on the
Sitting out on the center stage is one of the first things that you left, which is a little glass figurine from a school production of The Glass Menagerie.
Oh.
Blow out your candles, Laura.
Lovely.
It's a good luck charm.
I guess. Or do we all get one? I mean, this is all the stuff I've left behind. I guess.
The rest of your stuff isn't there. It's just that single little
Yeah.
figure of a glass unicorn.
No, take it.
It's very fragile.
Yeah. Yeah, we had to have like so many of like replacement things because like we would always drop them because we're kids. Yeah.
So I have this yo-yo that Tristan left at my house when we were kids. And I leave it on the thing from when we were in our yo-yo phase. And I leave it on the spot. And then I pull out a folded handkerchief that my mom had embroidered when she was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I leave that on there. In case you know my mom. Thank you, I guess. That's weird.
Eli like didn't think to bring another thing. So he like takes like a piece of gum out of his pack and leaves it.
It's like a little piece of gum in the wrapper.
Yeah, like a piece of juicy fruit, like it's forever.
Don't worry, because Tristan was just as thoughtful. They're just gonna like look around and just take off a random band and drop it.
Your offerings left. The forest is perfectly safe at this point. It's in the middle of the day. That was one of the things that Clinton had warned you about, is like, don't go to the forest at night. Creepy things happen at night.
Because there's no light at night.
That's when
Oh, if you're-
that's when the dim is the biggest.
Mhm.
Wow.
Sometimes later
How
in
have you
the
ever
day
so
is a
smart?
little bit
Going?
was a little bit hairy too, because that was the first time that you encountered was closer to the end of the day.
Because it gets dimmer. The trees. The dim.
The dim.
Big brain moment.
Got it. Fire is light.
I think that
so
that in Latin is like the school's motto.
What? Fire is light.
Fire is light.
is light.
Something ex lux. I don't
Yeah.
know what fire is in Latin. Someone wants to look that up for me. I don't have time. But you make your way back to the school just in time. Rodney, it is time for you to do your performance of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
The three of us idiots are sitting together to
Mhm.
cheer you on, right?
All the way in the back.
Yeah, in the back.
You don't want to be seen here at a theater function.
Absolutely not. My hat is on. Forward. It's usually backwards.
Just before you get the chance to take the stage, though, there's a couple other things. You're the final act of the night.
Mhm.
Rodney, some strange things are as you can see
Doing my
that
warm-ups.
the three witches are getting ready.
Mhm.
And they're getting their stage makeup on. And painted on each of their cheeks is that inversion of the symbol.
The inversion? The bad naughty one?
Mm-hmm. And they are just about to get ready to take the stage.
Hey, AJ.
AJ isn't paying attention to you. AJ is walking with purpose, with the other two in lockstep.
Break a leg. And
And the three of them take the stage.
I'm gonna like be standing like in the wings, just like prepared.
And their portion of the three witches, a sailor's wife had chestnuts on her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched. Give me, quoth I, right the witch, the rum-fed runnion cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger, but in a sev I'll thither sail, and like a rat, without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do. And then there is a shower of sparks as the stage lights burst.
I should have brought my hockey stick.
What do you do?
Like
It is dark now,
It is dark now.
and there is a fire beginning to catch on the stage dressing.
Okay.
The black curtain behind them.
Yeah. Is like in the wings, is there a fire extinguisher?
There is, and sitting in the in amongst you, there are lots of people that are well known to the town. The mayor is there. The owner of the arena is there. The owner of the Observer is there. They are all in attendance.
Go. Let's go. And
We can't leave without him. He's still backstage.
Let's get him. Let's go.
are
You want to run into the fire?
are the witches still on stage?
They are still on stage. Their hands are together. Double, boil and trouble, cauldron, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
That's worse that they're still reciting.
They have been all saying these lines in unison.
Yeah.
Normally
Is
they
the
switch
rest-
out.
Is the rest of like the theater like evacuating? Like the
They
other
are
attendees?
everybody is like looking to get to the exits, and one of the witches flicks the hand and the doors are shut and they are pushing on them.
No.
Spicy. I'm grabbing the fire extinguisher.
Okay.
And I'm
Rodney, do you have scuffle?
You know I don't.
No, but I do. Give me a
I
minute. I
do.
can get
I
up
got
there.
Hell
You're
yeah.
in the
We're
back
gonna
of
get
the
the
theater.
combat.
Yeah.
We got it.
Rumble.
Will impersonate help me?
If they
My only skill. That's a lie.
it's them. It's them. The fire doesn't matter. They have to stop talking. Oh my god, wait. Someone pull the thing. The thing. We're
The fire
actually
alarm?
allowed to pull it. Because there's actually a fire. Yeah. It should set the
Good idea.
sprinklers off. Yeah.
I need one of you to make a fleeing general roll. So it's a d6 and then plus whatever points you want to spend into fleeing just to get that, just to have the quick snap judgment to do that.
I have 2 fleeing points. Does anyone have more than that?
Yeah, I got a 4, but I'm gonna use all 4 of my points to make it an 8.
Yeah, absolutely. You snap it. The water doesn't seem to turn on.
Yikes.
But the alarms are going off now.
Well, that means the fire department will come.
Rodney, you have a fire extinguisher in your hands, right?
Yes, I do. May I use it?
Absolutely.
Also, is there a grid system in this theater?
Yes, there is. Absolutely, there is.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do fire extinguishy first.
Okay. Make me a general roll for. You know what? Do you have points in preparedness?
I do.
Absolutely. Then yeah, spend your points in preparedness. Roll me a d6.
Oh, great. I'll spend all 3 of them to get to a 4.
You managed to. Ruby, what are you doing at this point?
So, looking at Tristan, looking at the doors, do we stop them or do we break the doors open?
People are trying to get out at this point. They are slamming against the doors, and they seem to be.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, how close is the fire alarm to the stage?
The fire alarm is so the area that you're in is actually the cafeteria, because there's not really they could have used the gym for this, but they decided not to. So they've got the there's big bay windows on the one side.
Windows, you say?
Yes, windows, I say. Windows, I say. There is a fire alarm over by where the closed cafeteria is, and that's the one that got pulled.
Okay. Because I want to go on stage and deck some witches.
Let's do it. I'm with you.
Absolutely. Go punch out AJ and
I
their
will
friends.
follow you.
In the words of my mom watching football, hit him.
Yes.
So
Push
would
the
that
other
be-
2 before punching AJ at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ruby.
I'll hit the unnamed ones first.
Absolutely. So
named.
it was, yeah, they're named. It was Callie, AJ, and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got fist for Sarah.
Okay. Roll me some scuffle.
I'll take on Callie.
Cool.
I'm like just standing on stage trying to put out a fire, and you 2 just leap up here and fucking deck people.
Ruby, you're gonna try and fight too?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's following Tristan wherever they go.
I got a 5, and I'm gonna spend 5 points for a 10.
She rolled a 2.
You're gonna murder her. Jesus Christ.
Just crack
I'll
on
go
the
to
back of the
4.
head.
A 1.
All right.
And Eli, what are you doing?
So these windows, do they go to the outside?
They do. They lead outwards into the soccer pitch. Football field kind of deal.
I think in a situation where they're trying to open the doors and they won't open, if I break a window, they'll forgive me. Unless you can open them with a crank or something.
They are just larger windows, so yeah, you could smash them pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the back of my hockey stick and break one open. Or try to.
Yeah, make me a scuffle check, please.
That is a 2, and I will spend 5 points to make it a 7.
That is enough. The window smashes open, and there is an exit to the outside. I'm going to say, for the purposes of this, the two of you manage to between the two of you, you manage to subdue all 3 witches and wipe the mark off of their skin. And their eyes sort of flutter open. And AJ says, "What the hell?
Do you remember anything? We got to get out of here. Rodney!
I'm gonna yell for everybody to get out through this window, assuming that the doors still aren't working, and start like guiding people out onto the soccer field.
Yeah, people manage to exit. The fire department shows up. There is still, for some reason, the fire just, you try and it starts to begin to catch again and again, like it just really wants to go at this portion of time. And Rodney, at this point, you do notice there's a little bit of, there's a can of white paint off to the side that looks like it was just left over from some set dressing last minute. If you want, you could paint the symbol on the floor.
The good one?
The good one.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking quick, you managed to paint the symbol on the floor. And the fire subsides and goes away. And you could swear at the darkened school, down one of the darkened hallways, you can see the twinkling of fireflies before they vanish. So, you have 3 downed witches, and AJ wakes up at this point and is just like, looks at you, Rodney, is like, how did I get to the school?
Oh, that's
We were at the theater.
which theater?
The Grand. Like,
Okay.
we were at the Grand. Lights went out.
Wait. What day is it?
Tuesday?
That's a no. Let's go
Tuesday.
outside and sit down. Let's go outside and sit down.
Let me help you up. It's Friday. Come on.
Yeah, helping Adam. Rest of you. Come on.
And the other 2. It's Wednesday.
Showcase.
It's the last thing you 2 remember.
We met up with AJ to run lines.
Right.
And
Did you see me at all on Wednesday?
No. We saw AJ.
That was it.
And AJ, and the other 2 witches, they go out, they get tended to. And AJ goes over to their dad, who you recognize as the mayor. You okay? You okay, kid? Yeah, Daddy. I'm not feeling very good. Do you think we can just go home? Yeah, sure, kid. Kiddo, we'll take you home. We'll just get you checked out first. Then he looks at the 4 of you. And looks at you, Eli. You saved all our lives up there. Thank you for smashing that window.
Sorry for whoever's gonna have to pay to fix it.
No, it was quick thinking. You did the right thing, kid. And he makes eyes at you all. And there is this look. Like he knows more than he's letting on about the things that you did in there. He ushers AJ over to the ambulance and he walks over and you can see him make eyes at the owner of the Observer and the owner of the Civic Center and the owner of the Grand.
Everything all right, sir? Are you all right?
Just a weird night. Everything's fine.
Bullshit detector.
All right. Hello,
I
Raiders.
need a
Welcome
skill
in.
to detect
baby.
that bullshit, but
How
Give me
much?
that good bullshit. I will spend 2 of my fat bullshit detector points
Ooh.
to get some solid benefit of that bullshit.
He definitely knows more than he is letting on. You know for a fact that he knows pretty well exactly what happened in there. And that is going to be where we end the session for the night. Happy Friday the 13th, everyone!
the
Bullshit detector! My favorite stat.
I was
It
like,
is-
if I wear this shirt, bad things will happen, but I'm not in the mood to change.
All of a sudden, nice. I love that. But yeah, this has been the second episode of The Growing of the Dim, and you all have stumbled upon a conspiracy
Woo! Love
that's
it.
happening in your town. And yeah, that's been our game for this evening. We're gonna go around. We're gonna do outros, and we will start with Max. Tell us where we can find you. Who are you? What do you do?
Oh gosh. I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet. At Arcane Goth. You can also find me on the Twitch channel The Fey Realm on Wednesdays, running our 1970s New York Monster Hearts campaign, Neon and Chrome. And I love this spooky stuff, so I'm ready for any of your October things. I want to be in them. I want to run them. I want to do them.
Heck yeah. I might run more horror in the future because I don't know. I think I might be okay at halfway passable at horror.
I have a one shot in the very early works
Ooh,
for October.
hell yeah. Then we'll go around. Or do you want to popcorn it? Popcorn it.
Brandy.
Right. I'm B. You can find me on the Twitters and the Verses at Kind Ranger. And I'm just floating around.
Doing internet things.
I'll pass it to Vin.
Howdy guys, it's me, Vin, at VinVox on Twitter. Catch me Tuesdays with a Hades-themed Monster Hearts campaign, Hades High, and catch me in another Southern horror game, Down Deep, with Charm Person's Game hosted on Comfort Carrion on Thursdays.
Nice.
So that's where I'm at. And
Uh,
then
popcorn.
Becca.
I'm Becca. You can find me most places as Cool Armadillo, either with a 0 as the ending 0, ending O or not. You can find me on my podcast that I said last week would hopefully come back. Maybe this week it'll hopefully come back. That is Unlikely Adventurers. And you've been entertained by my 2 cats, Mayday and Tisiphone, as they break my frames.
And that leaves me. Hi, everybody. I'm Anita. I have been your storyteller for this evening. You can find me here most times because this is pretty much where I live. Tomorrow morning, you can find me here for Morning Ritual, which is our TTRPG talk show. Our guest this week is the one and only Husha Kid, or AJ.
AJ.
We love AJ. And it's about time. He has not been on the show yet, so we're excited to talk with him. Tuesdays, you can find me over on Tall Squall's channel for The Hollowed. We are 3 episodes from the finale of that. Thursdays, you can find me over or sorry, not Thursdays, Wednesdays, you can find me over on Vancouver by Night's Twitch channel for a game of Changeling to the Dreaming with some Fae bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's about where you can find me. Kingsguard is done for the season, so I'm not doing that anymore. But Wednesdays you can see me in chat behind the scenes when we start up Forest and Flame, which is a Humblewood campaign that's run by Avalon or a cat attack. But yeah, that's us for this evening. We're gonna go on a raid. Does anyone have a suggestion for whomst we should raid?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe sending it over to Trooper SJP. They're a good fellow. They're good people. And they are currently playing the City of Light and Shadow.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, we are going to send that over there. Thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out and letting us terrify you for the evening. But until next time, stay out of the forest. Bye, everybody.